Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Out towards the flank. Mbemba. It's a really well-measured ball.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
It has been a rather gentle affair so far. And he's had a hit! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Decent chance! That is delicious! A finish of true class! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Jamaica have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, they could break here. Twansebe looking to hit the byline here. And there's his chance to lead the counter. The less said about that pass, the better. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. He is through here. He's got away. And he's... Chance! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Jamaica do have a chance to counter here. Out to the right.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Twansebe. Katompa Mvumpa. It's a promising position. Nicely aimed pass. In with the challenge.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
It's run loose here. Chance for a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range. Democratic Republic of Congo certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's found a way through. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Twanzebe tries to play it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Changement. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 23.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Le numéro 19.
Democratic Republic of Congo really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, well played. He got back really well. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Shoots! Just off target.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
to shoot! It's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So we have a breakthrough.
Position, you can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, what a ball! There's the shot! Really well taken goal. Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Is the light very short-lived? The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Just eases him off the ball. No, that's been intercepted. Now, what about a counter-attack? Plays the return pass. Chance here to counter. Jamaica are looking to break at pace. Good ball, good take. And the flag has stayed down. In comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great vision. Here's a chance! Oh, that's a waste.
Juanzebe probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Closing in on goal.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's tried one! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Changement. Le numéro 20, le numéro 25. À leur place, le numéro 7, le numéro 9.
And it's Mbemba. Mbemba. Threads one in.
Democratic Republic of Congo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he was alert to it. Can he spark a counter here? Can he get on the end of this? Tries to pass it through. Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. In he goes again! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Now some movement on the bench and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Stood up well to him there.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
5 minutes to add. That's an imaginative pass. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that was vital. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Attention, changement.
So this to extend their lead. And he's denied! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Well, how will we look back on that? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. That's a danger, and the shot! It's hit the upright. Steaming on goalwards. Big chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. There's a quick free kick. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
And it's Masuaku. Closing in on goal. Plenty to aim at here. Chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Democratic Republic of Congo really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's their second corner of the game. And that has been knocked clear. Jamaica have the chance to go the other way. Chance for a shot! Oh, another save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's a throw-in. And the shot! Just not quite happening for him just now. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Democratic Republic of Congo have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
He's found some space. Takes a shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. In with the challenge. He's on it, can he get away? And the finish! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
He's getting hounded, really hounded. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Searching pass he's played there. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Shooting chance! Same again, same outcome. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. A goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Passing nice and neat. There's the shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Pass somewhat off target. And the return pass. Good running, strong and purposeful. And he was quick to react.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Tries to play it through. That has not gone well. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
There they go, hunting again.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Democratic Republic of Congo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Great ball, and he's in here! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Driving forward, driving through the middle. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, no joy this time. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Oh, that's clever. Look at this decent chance! He's got a goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Deep cross.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Tries to play it through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, they can break here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Under an awful lot of pressure. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Twanzebe. Just about up to 75 minutes. Looking for options for movement. Pass is just off target. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Changement. Le numéro 15, le numéro 20. À leur place, le numéro 19, le numéro 13.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now. Democratic Republic of Congo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Masuaku gets a cross in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. This looks promising. And he shoots! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Masuaku. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Jamaica are looking to go forward now. Well, that pass isn't the best. No way through there. And they can counter here. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And he's had it nicked away. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Rice. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy Saka, I've been praising since day one. Someone who has a great versatility in his game, the right attitude, very clever in how he operates around the pitch. And I think he has the potential to excel in most attacking positions. But when it comes down to it, I'd actually love to see him operate in a number 10 for a spell. I think he could thrive there.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Mbemba. Masuaku. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And he shoots! It's there! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
But inscrit après 12 minutes de jeu par le numéro 9.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Lewis Skelly. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Lewis Skelly. Can he get it through? Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Well, it's a scoreline to raise the eyebrow. 1-0 to the underdogs. And this is Kane.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking to play him in. No luck with that dink over the top. Lewis Skelly. Now Foden. Bellingham. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Just eases him off the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement. That's the keeper's ball. Alexander-Arnold. It's Saka. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Rice. Saka. And it's Kane. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Now, this could be a chance. There's no flag. And the finish! Cleared without hesitation. Now, what about a counter-attack? Done delicately. Saka. And Alexander-Arnold.
The bottom line is pressing so effective. That's why everybody's doing it now.
Palmer. One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Turns and goes back, and the shot! They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Foden picks it up out wide. And that's the keeper's ball. Tuanzebe.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Tuanzebe. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible.
Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs comme ils le méritent.
And we're underway again. Lewis Skelly. And Gehi. Foden.
This is the time you need that pace.
Can he latch on to this? There's the header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Oh, easy pickings there. The muscular approach does pay off here. Great vision. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Alexander-Arnold for Rice. In with the challenge. Tuanzebe in acres of space out wide. He's having a go! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Foden gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the through ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Saka. Gehi. Lewis Skelly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Spread neatly.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Played into space. Neatly clipped into space. The less said about that pass, the better. Alexander-Arnold. Now there's a... takes a shot! He's got away with one there. Lewis Skelly. And he's gone backward here. Chance, surely! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Oh no, this does not look good. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bellingham. Now Foden. Tuanzebe. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Kane. Palmer. Played through into space.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Alexander-Arnold tries making a foray down the right. Foden, chance for a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
He's through here. And no, that was never going to make it. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now this could be a shot at goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Changement.
It's their second corner of the game. Pickford claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a sharp pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's just misjudged that one. Deftly away.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Gordon. Bellingham.
Pretty robust defending.
Nicely aimed pass. Mbemba. Decent chance! Saka. Here's Kane. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, perfectly measured that. He's shifting, and the shot! Really well taken goal. With so little time left. Grandstand finish. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Changement. Le numéro 9. Pour le remplacer,
England give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Saka looking to get on the end of this. He's picked his way through. Masuaku. Can he spark a counter here? He's in a great position here. Great chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. The whistle has gone, and it is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's not entirely surprising, despite the difference in quality. They got the basics right and were helped with a few mistakes.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Chers spectateurs, je vous invite à consulter l'écran pour retrouver les horaires des trains au départ des grandes lignes.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, here's someone I really like the look of in Ruben Dias, a proper defender. Someone who does the simple things well.
He's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Tries to pass it through. And he's cut it out. Vitinha. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
That's a little off target. Rafael Leao. Diogo Dalot gets across to intercept that. And that's put paid to a promising move. Quarter of an hour played. Driving through the middle. There's the shot! Bruno Fernandes. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Nuno Mendes. Done delicately. That's beautifully weighted. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Portugal clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Shot a goal! He scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, important interception. Pedro Neto. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that has left him in a heap. Mbemba with a definite foul there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Diogo Dalot just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, super ball! He's found some space. He's having a shot!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Nuno Mendes. It's Bernardo Silva. Nuno Mendes. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Diogo Dalot. Looking for options for movement. He is through here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Masuaku did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Democratic Republic of Congo can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Masuaku. Steaming on, tries a shot! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are... Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Diogo Dalot. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Played out towards the right wing. Can he latch on to this? Mendes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he finish? A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Democratic Republic of Congo really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Changement. Le numéro 2, le numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 10, le numéro 9.
So off we go once more. Vitinha.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Diogo Dalot. For Pedro Neto. Can he get on the end of this? Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Gets into some space. He's got away. Threads one in. Masuaku gets a cross in. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in a great position here. Now, can they get him away? Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Masuaku puts a cross in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Democratic Republic of Congo clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Mbemba. Twanzebe. Looking for the run. Good ball over the top. Diogo Costa claims comfortable. Rafael Leao, quality ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Could try cutting inside here. Oh, really good feet. Inacio, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And it's played in. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. And it's Dalot. Gonzalo Inacio. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now Ruben Diaz. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Shifted it to the flank. Shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Portugal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's in space and looking for options. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. So what can they make of this? Well, that looks a decent ball, and he's worked it through. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Bernardo Silva, and he's managed to get free. That's a shade optimistic. And the counter is on. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Chance here to counter. A probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Shot could be on. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Diogo Costa getting this one clear. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. So here comes the substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Bernardo Silva. No, he's not getting his way this time. Nicely weighted ball. Look at the space here. So much time and space here. And the finish! A whisker away from making it 4.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And that is that. So a real showpiece win. This stop was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Begley.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre-forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Rafael Leao, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent.
Great chance! He's delivered all right! The breakthrough strike! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.